Hello, friends, and welcome back to yet another inspiring video from my Nepal road trip, where I share the experience of my first time international ride, that too solo. In this video, you will explore the beauty of the roads of Nepal and learn inspiration to embrace life's challenges, the power of fear and resilience, the joy of little things, and the life lessons from the road. So, watch till the end as each lesson can bring something to learn. After sipping a warm cup of tea with the misty mountains of Mangal Tar wrapping around me like a dream, I took a deep breath, soaking in that serene beauty. In that moment, everything felt calm, still, and peaceful. But like life always does, it nudged me. Time to ride again. I kick-started my scooty and reality returned. No, the off-road wasn't over. In fact, it felt like never ending. The road ahead was a true test. Stones scattered across the path like challenges waiting to trip me. Potholes, mud, and then a broken bridge. That bridge made me think for a while. Not because I couldn't cross it, but because it reminded me of life's broken moments. Times when you feel stuck, when you wonder, how do I move forward from here? But you know that you have to figure it out because the journey doesn't stop just because the road's broken. And even in the treacherous terrain, there was beauty, extraordinary beauty. On one side, giant rocky cliffs standing proud like ancient warriors. On the other, a gentle stream flowed like poetry, whispering stories of patience, strength, and time. But that calm spring, it turns wild during monsoon. It floods. And just when I started wondering how much longer this madness would continue, a familiar sight came into view. A police checkpost. This was the same one I passed on my way to Kathmandu. And there he was, the same smiling friendly cop I met before. This time in a different uniform.
था क्या उस दिन रात को मैं सोचा आपसे मिलूंगा रुको अभी जा रहा गिर गया हाँ चोट लगा छाती में त्यो अर्को बाटो थियो वहाँ गिरेर तो फिर डॉक्टर पास गया हाँ इधर बेल्ट पहना अभी इधर लग गया बस
आप बोले थे हम पोखरा जाएंगे घूमने के लिए
नहीं गया कैंसिल किया तो गिर गया ना क्योंकि चोट लग गया फिर कैंसिल किया सब तो 3 दिन काठमांडू में ही बैठा हाँ काठमांडू में ही बैठा मैं सोचा वो चेक पोस्ट कहाँ गया आ नहीं रहा है वो भैया से
उस दिन गए थे सेफ ड्राइव स्लो ड्राइव
I told him my entire story of the ride, and he smiled and wished me good luck and safe drive. You know, that little exchange meant more than words. It was a reminder, no matter how rough life gets, there will always be kind souls.
No.
Nice journey.
Thank you, Daju.
After waving him goodbye, I finally felt relaxed. My body was tired, yes, but my spirit recharged. I stopped at a roadside restaurant, walked in, and washed my dust-covered face. The dust had made it through the visor of my helmet and was burning my eyes. I felt symbolic, as if the grime of the road was trying to blind me. But with a splash of fresh water, I could feel this difference, and I could see clearly again. Just always remember, no matter how rough the life gets, there will always be kind souls, little stops, short conversations that breathe life back into you. And that's when I understood. This off-road stretch, it wasn't just rough. It was a lesson, a chapter in my story. It was risky, wild, unpredictable, and absolutely beautiful. While traveling to Kathmandu, it was getting dark. I could see nothing, pitch darkness, silent dangers, but riding it during the day let me witness its raw beauty and its hidden threats. Just like life, when we are lost in the darkness, we miss the beauty of the struggle. But when we keep our eyes open, we realize every broken bridge, every rocky patch, every flood, they are shaping us into someone stronger, someone wiser. And just like that, I was back on the road, refreshed, recharged, and renewed. The breeze hit my face, cool, crisp, and full of life. The kind of breeze that makes you forget the fatigue, forget the struggles, and just live in the moment. And the view? Oh, the view. Mighty mountains rising around me. Some already dripped into shadows, but far away, I could still see golden rays of sunlight kissing the peaks, as if nature herself was saying goodbye to the day. It was already 3:45 pm. I knew darkness would fall soon, especially in these mountains. And I had miles to go. I had to make it out of the hills and descend into the plains. But reaching India today, that was a distant dream. I wasn't going to risk the forest roads in the dark because safety comes first, always. But right now, in that moment, I wasn't worried about the destination. I wanted to enjoy the ride, wanted to feel the joy of every turn, every gust of wind, every shade of sunset across those mighty hills. The road wasn't perfect, but compared to the off-road madness earlier, it felt like heaven. Every bump felt smoother, every turn more graceful. On one side of the road, enormous rocky cliffs were cloaked in shadows, white and majestic. On the other, sunlit mountains glowed with golden brilliance. That light, it made the journey feel magical. And yet, deep down, I knew soon this would end. Darkness would fall. The roads would vanish into black, and this part of my journey would become memory. And that's the funny thing about life. We want to hold onto the beautiful moments, but they always slip away. Still, we keep riding and keep moving because there's always something new ahead. And as I rode, I laughed. Not out of humor, but because life has this strange way of teaching you lessons wrapped in over cliche sayings. When life throws lemons at you, make lemonade. Sounds funny, right? But here, on this road, in the middle of nowhere, it made perfect sense. I started this journey to Kathmandu full of hope, but on the day one, I had an accident, hurt my rib, had to cancel the bigger plan. I felt like the entire trip was over. But instead of giving up, I made lemonade. I stayed back in Kathmandu, explored its vibrant streets, visited sacred places, met kind strangers, gathered memories that I will carry for life. I didn't ride hundreds of kilometers through Pokhara and Mustang like I had planned. But what I did gather was even more precious. And now I'm heading home with a full heart and a grateful soul. This was my first solo ride over 450 kilometers. Just me and the road. No backup, no one to fix my mistakes. Just me and whatever came my way. As I moved forward, I noticed something. The riverbed beside me, it was sinking, and I was rising, climbing higher into the hills again. Mountains ahead, tall, silent, beautiful. It was like the earth itself was preparing a grand finale to this ride. And yet, a part of me was sad. Because every kilometer forward meant I was closer to the end. Every turn taken was a turn away from this place I would grown to love. But that's the beauty of life. Moments come, they change you, and then they pass. This ride, it added powerful chapter to my story. A chapter filled with challenges, with pain, with small joys, like a warm cup of tea in the cold, a stranger's smile, a helping hand when I needed it most, and lessons, so many lessons. Hardships taught me patience, delays taught me acceptance, pain taught me resilience, kindness taught me that no matter where you go, humanity is still alive. Every patch of dust, every scar, every laugh, and every tear, it all came together to create an experience I will never forget. I'm sharing this story with you not just because it's my journey, but because maybe, just maybe, it mirrors your journey too. Maybe you are going through your own off road right now, and maybe you are facing potholes in your life, broken bridges you don't know how to cross. Maybe it's dark, uncertain, scary, but let me tell you this: fear is just a gateway, a test. It stands tall, right at the entrance of something beautiful, and overcoming it, that's the real reward. Every challenge you conquer brings you closer to joy, to peace, to becoming who you are meant to be. This road trip, it wasn't about the destination. It was about discovery. And what I found in me? Courage I didn't know existed. Strength I had forgotten. And the incredible power of just moving forward, 1 kilometer at a time. So, whether you are on a journey through the mountains or facing the uphill climb of your own life, remember this: every road has a lesson, every turn reveals a truth, and every ride, no matter how hard, leads somewhere worthwhile. I will miss this road. I will miss these hills, this silence, this madness. But I am going home with a story. A story I hope adds something to your journey. Thank you for being with me, for riding along, for listening not just to my words, but to the emotion behind them. This road trip is over, but the journey, it continues. And in the next video, I will take you along as I ride home. Until then, take a breath, face your fear, enjoy the little things, and keep moving forward. Because life, like this ride, is not about rushing to the end. It's about soaking in every moment along the way.
I don't really know what comes next. I'm just doing my best, even though I'm so stressed out. Everything just feels like a test that I fail, so depressed when I can't seem to get out. But something deep inside won't let me quit. I swear that I'm inspired by all this shit. Tell me that I can and I won't. That's what guides me the most. Your lies, I'll do what I want. I'm inspired by thirst, I'm inspired by worth. I desire your worst, so you can just hide while I work. I ain't tired, you first. I'll write a second, third verse about the lies you go disperse. You never did shit, I know it hurts. But something deep inside won't let